Right, so here is a small walk around of my 39 Taylorcraft, affectionately called Felix because of its registration letters. So Felix is always looking out in front. That's the front gas tank. I bought just new grill, cleaned the rest up. Just some spray can, make it cute. I kept the old tractor magnetos. They work fine in my book. And also the old plugs, which I love. Again, they work fine. I guess everything was just cleaned up, inspected. That's it. New windshield. The vent, there's a small vent for the front tank, and then the right gas tank. All the windows were made brand new. New frames were made also. The struts are brand new, Alaska made. They were in my book, the best one. I installed some. There's no hooks on the Taylorcraft, it seems. So I was able to use some hooks out of a Piper Cub, and they fit perfectly. Yeah, the Taylorcraft has a really weird control system for the ailerons. Everything is inside compared to a Piper, which one of the reasons makes it faster. And so it's cables inside going to a bell crank here, and then a push rod going. I guess one flaw is that it's exposed to the elements. So this is the reason why I call this plane Felix. A bit of detailing. I love detailing. This is just rope wrapped around, and then some crazy glue. Make it stick there. Some leather patches, and the famous elevator trim, which was only used on the low-powered Taylorcraft. And contrary to what many believe, it works really, really well. It's fine. So every turnbuckle, every cable was inspected, brushed. Everything was, all the hardware is brand new. All these adjustments were never ever cleaned. So they were all dismantled, inspected, NDT'd. What a small $20 decals make a big difference. So as for the interior, of course, everything was dismantled and inspected, either with NDT when it was important, or with a magnifying glass after it was the paint removed. This is a cool detail. Only very few Taylorcraft have this, but this is the gas tank, the fuel tank gauge, which is a rotary fuel gauge. Very cool. This is a friend of mine. It seems like the original Taylorcraft had this placard there out of pressed steel. So a friend of mine made some and gave me one. The yoke, one of the yoke was cracked, so I had to replace them. So I found some new ones. It was great. It looked great. I installed a visor there because when I come home, I always have the sun when I come in Saint-Mathieu airport. This is my small rack for the GPS. I installed, this is again recycling from my Piper Colt that crashed unfortunately. So the seat belt, I just had my mother-in-law do the some very simple upholstery. I removed everything in the back that was like baggage compartment to save weight, because to say the least, I'm a big guy. I've got the radios here. I guess we can't see. So not the radio, but the ELT is down there. Actually, I got to put it back, but my PTT, my push to talk button, is on top here. And of course, there's no electricity in this plane. So I have just my handheld, which works really well. It's just on the seat right next to me. My push to talk is on top. Functions really well. Another cool feature, I think, that was only in the pre-war Taylorcraft, is this type of pitot tube, which I made colorful, make sure we don't hit it on our head. So just had fun with some leather and copper and brass wire to make it neat looking. This is fun too. I had there was 2 Venturi installed on that plane, but I removed all of them. I didn't see any reason to have a DG on the plane or a malfunctioning artificial horizon. So I had some of these cute smaller brass Venturis. So they are there just for decoration. Those brakes were actually they're not even called brakes. Literally, they are called slower to slower you down. And it's a fancy mechanism of cables, which of course was not functioning after 80 years. But after lots of cleaning and machining, everything is back in order. I like small details like that.